We will get started. All right, welcome everybody. I am Leslie Gail, and I am your host for Reinventing Motherhood here on Mom TV. And my show airs typically on Tuesdays. Today is Tuesday, December 4th, and it's all about helping you reinvent yourself, just to kind of help you feel your best, create better health, create more joy, create more balance in your life, just offering helpful, simple tips and strategies to help all of you at home just live your best life and feel your healthiest. So I want to thank Jane for saying you like my paint color. I know it's very warm. I love it too. It's like a really just warm, calming color. So I want to welcome everybody to the show. I know how busy everybody is, so this means a lot that you're hanging out with me, and that hopefully you'll leave today just feeling a little better, maybe a little bit more inspired or motivated to make some changes. And before we get started, and for those of you that are new, if you've never been to Mom TV before, don't really know how this works, you can join us in the chat room. Just enter as a guest or with your Twitter name or Facebook name, and then you can chat away with us, which is great. Or you can just sit back, relax, and watch. Either one. But I love seeing your faces and seeing you guys in the chat room so I can personally connect with you. And more importantly, so you guys can connect with each other. So join us in the chat room. I know, Amy, I have a hot cup actually of peppermint hot cocoa from Starbucks. I'm saving myself for the really, really fun holiday show that Jenny and I are going to be doing on Tuesday, December 18th. So mark your calendars, because we are going to have cocktails and we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have some giveaways from Think Fun. They have some awesome games and toys. So we're going to give some giveaways and share with you guys some fun cocktails. For those of you that joined us a while back, the cocktails that we drank on the show a couple weeks ago were so delicious and so easy to make. So we're going to have fun on that show. So make sure you mark your calendars. Amy, I believe it is the same time as my typical show, which would be 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to check for you guys really quick, though, so I don't tell you the wrong time. Yes, it'll be 12 o'clock Eastern time is the special holiday show. So you guys don't want to miss that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I am going to the Chocolate Festival here at the Broadmoor Hotel. They have this huge chocolate festival with all these vendors. And I get to be a judge. So I'm judging some chocolate, and I'm going to hope to get some yummy chocolate as giveaways for that show as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And while I'm mentioning this to you, also mark your calendars for next Wednesday night. I know, Karen, I'm always up for some chocolate giveaways. I'm going to try really hard not to eat it all before the party so that I can actually have some giveaways for you guys. But no, we will. We'll have some giveaways, and I'm going to share my favorite because, again, being a judge, I get to try a lot of different chocolates, which I'm super excited about. Mark your calendars for next Wednesday night. I'm actually going to have a home gating party sponsored by Holy Guacamole. Have you guys ever had Holy Guacamole? It is really good. And we're going to give some really fun home gating giveaways away next Wednesday night. So for your tailgating parties, for Super Bowl parties, it's going to be really good. So everybody, it's going to be at 8 o'clock p.m. next Wednesday, the 12th, okay? And the hashtag is home gating, all capital letters. So I'm just going to put that in here, and as long as you follow the hashtag, you will be good, and you'll find us and all of that. So you don't have to register. You don't have to RSVP, any of that. Yeah, and does your show host Corinne know this, or did she miss it? No, I just figured this out this morning, Amy. So it is new, so I will let her know. And yes, on Twitter, guys, just to use the hashtag homegating, and make sure you come early and chat away, because there'll be some really, really good prizes, and you'll win. Somebody's going to win a bunch of holy guacamole salsa and guacamole and all sorts of goodies for a possible Super Bowl party. So next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, I will tweet that. So as long as you guys are following me on Twitter, you should be fine. And I'm just going to put this in here. Here is my Twitter name. So you guys just follow me and you should be good. All right, so welcome everybody. I saw some new faces and new names coming in. I want to say hi. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Today's all about how to stay healthy and sane during the holidays, because I'm already stressing out. If you saw my office or you just saw my calendar and what is going on and what's coming up and what I have to do, today was the first day I'm starting to feel a bit stressed. You too, Melody. So I'm trying really hard to just stay on top of it. And I was telling somebody in the chat room, I can't remember who, that we celebrate both Hanukkah and Christmas. And Hanukkah starts this Saturday. So I had to do all my Hanukkah shopping like early because it's so early. So I have to wrap all those presents and get situated for that and get ready for that on top of Christmas and on top of everything else. I don't need to bore you guys with all that. But yeah, Melody, I might have a little bit more on my plate with you. It's all good. But my biggest thing is really planning ahead of time so I can enjoy the holidays, because I'm not one of those people that wants to be stressed out and wants to not enjoy the holidays and wants to be a grump over the holidays. And I also don't want to wait till the last minute to go shopping, because I'm not going to go to the mall and go shopping when all those crazy stressed out people are there. That's not fun. So I'm big on online shopping and doing stuff early, so once the holidays get here, you can just like decompress and enjoy it a little bit. So with that said, I would love to hear how you guys are feeling and what your stress level is and what's, you know, the biggest stressor for you guys. So I want to start by talking about food, because I'm sure a lot of you probably worry about, you know, what you're going to eat and going to parties and gaining weight and all of that stuff. And so here's just I just wanted to go over a couple tips or things to think about. I know, Becca, food's a big stressor for me, and I want to enjoy the holidays and go to the parties, but I also don't want to wake up on, you know, New Year's Day and like have gained 5 or 10 pounds, because then that's just not fun. So I'm just a big believer in moderation, enjoying it, but making maybe smarter choices. So some of the holiday food that you may want to avoid is one, mixed nuts. You guys always go to those parties where you have like the mixed nut bowls, right? Nuts in general, some nuts are really healthy, like walnuts and things like that. They're really good for you, but in moderation. It's when you kind of stand by the mixed nut bowl and you're just kind of grabbing handful after handful after handful that you have no idea, you know, how many calories and fat you just consumed. So better idea is just to have a small serving, like get a plate, put one serving of like the spiced nut mix on your plate, and then that's kind of it. And then walk away from the nut bowl. Because I'm like that too. I'll just kind of nitpick. Another good tip is before you go to a party, have something at home first, like have a cup of soup, have a bowl of soup, have something with a lot of fiber that's going to fill you up. That way, when you go to the party, you're really not that hungry, and you're not going to nosh and just kind of eat and graze as much as you would if you go and you're starving and everything looks really good. So next one, I think everybody thinks that, you know, the veggie platter with the ranch dressing is really healthy, and I'm just going to stick with that. Veggies are great, of course, but it's the ranch dressing that's really unhealthy. And if you use a lot of the ranch dressing, you might as well not have the veggies, because it's not going to be healthy. Yes, like Amy said, just walk away from the nut bowl, step away from the ranch. Everything's in moderation. I'm just not one of those people that is going to tell you don't eat anything, because if you deprive yourself, you're going to gorge. Trust me, you're just going to eat a lot more than you would. Yeah, and I love that tip that Karen is saying in the chat room, that you can bring your own veggie tray so you know you have something healthy to eat, and then make your own ranch dressing. Make something else with the fat-free sour cream or something to spice it up a little bit. And trust me, nobody is going to have a clue that it's low fat or it's non-fat. It's going to taste great. And that way you can eat as much as you want. So I love that tip, Karen, is always bring your own dish if you can, because then you don't have to rely on other people, to make a healthy alternative for you. Cheese and crackers. This is probably my biggest downfall. Do you guys like cheese and crackers? And everybody always has the cheese platter at these parties, right? And I tell myself, oh, it's good protein. It's probably the healthiest thing I can eat here. And again, it's really, yes, it's great protein. It's great in moderation, especially if you just have a couple of those little cubes, the little cubes that they have. But it's, again, when you eat the cubes after cubes after cubes and you're eating a lot of cheese, that's not healthy. No, Amy, that's great that you're not, you have no temptation when it comes to cheese. Cold cheese is never tempting to you. Well, so it's probably for you would be like the hot cheese dip or something like that, which is probably worse. You guys are great. You're not a big cheese person. That's awesome. So again, moderation. Now, what about cocktails? Do you guys realize how many calories are in the cocktails that you're drinking over the holidays, especially the spiced cider, the spiced apple cider? What would be probably your favorite drink that you guys like to drink? Especially for me, do you guys like eggnog? I love eggnog, but literally 1 cup of eggnog can have over 340 calories and 21 grams of sugar. So it's not really the best choice in terms of drinking. I know, I love it. You can also get, you can make healthier eggnog if you want that. But don't go for the eggnog at the parties, because they're going to be the full fat, full caloric eggnog, I guarantee you. Becca, you were saying margaritas. Yeah, unfortunately, those probably have a lot of calories as well. And I've tried some of those. I don't know if you guys have tried the skinny margaritas, and maybe it's just me, but I did not like that at all. I tried it. I was all excited thinking it was going to be, my saving grace, and it's really not that great. So maybe you guys have a better version of the skinny girl margarita. Choices: wine, a glass of wine or a spritzer, something like that is going to be much better of an option for you guys. So once again, take a bottle of wine to a party, something that you can drink, and just stay away from the high caloric drinks. They're fun, and maybe even, again, just having one drink. But, us as moms and women, you're probably not going to drink just one. So have a drink that you enjoy. Find something online. I love Pinterest. There's so many great cocktail ideas on there and skinny cocktail ideas. Just try to stay away from the fatty one, the really high caloric ones. Also, the fancy finger foods. You guys know they have those all at the parties, those little finger foods, that look so good and so appetizing. Those are probably the absolute worst, just full of fat, full of calories, and they're tiny. So you feel like, oh, they're small. I can just eat I'll eat a bunch of those. They add up really, really quickly. Yes, Melody, the Smokies, all of those little, those knops and those fancy little appetizers that you see. Try to stay away from those. If somebody has like a shrimp platter, that's awesome. Like chilled shrimp, great appetizer, very low in calories, obviously veggies, fruits. Bring something to your party so you don't have to rely on what they are going to serve, because I guarantee it's probably not going to be the best. Also, stay away from the pigs in the blanket. I know you said little Smokies, Melody. Pigs in the blanket, probably, again, not the best choice. And then cookies and cakes. Are you guys big sugar fans? Do you guys love all the holiday cookies? Luckily, I am not like a big sugar fan. I mean, trust me, I love chocolate and stuff like that, but I don't have like a major craving for it. So that's not as hard for me. Going to all those parties with all the cookies, I can kind of step away from those. Karen, you said you're a total sugar fan. Melody, Becca, I know, especially now we do like the cookie swaps, you know, and so you're making a bunch of cookies and you're getting a bunch of cookies. So the best thing too is to put them away in like, you know, a tin or something that you don't see, that's not like visually right there in front of you. Because if I don't see it, I kind of don't really think about it. But if it's right there on my counter, I'm gonna eat it. Yeah. Jane, you had said that you just ate a whole tin of butter toffees in 4 days. Yeah, probably not the best. I'm sure they tasted really good. But guys, it's all in moderation. I think it's really important too to maybe set a goal for yourself for the holidays, like a health goal, some way to kind of keep yourself on track, because I know how it can feel really depressing come January if you just let yourself go and then all of a sudden, you know, the blues kind of hit you. Aside from the fact that the holidays are over, now you have to lose even more weight. And so go into the holidays just really prepared and have some goals. Have somebody keep you accountable to like sticking to your goals. Have a workout partner, have a friend email you, you guys email each other, and just kind of like hold each other's hands and try to make it a little bit more doable. Yeah, daily goals are great, Amy. I know. I live by them. Otherwise, I'd be a really grumpy person. So that's kind of the food stuff for the holidays. I think it's a really good idea too to have an intention for the holidays. Like, what is your intention for the holiday season? Because if you have an intention, you know what your vision is, what you want to create, it's a lot better to kind of embark on those and manifest that. So maybe your holiday intention this year is really just to focus on creating memories with your family and doing more activities and focusing on the whole gift thing. Maybe your intention is to take care of yourself, like focus on self-care this holiday season. So that could be just eating healthy, exercising, meditating, you know, doing whatever you can to put your self-care at the top of the list. Maybe your intention this year is to just give to others, that you want to take the focus off yourself and you want to give to others. So you're going to volunteer, you're going to help somebody in need, you might adopt a family, you know, anything and everything that focuses on other people this holiday season that could use your help. That's a great intention. So think about that. I think that's a really kind of helpful tip in terms of creating this vision and then being able to kind of like move forward with it. So another part is, and I know, Becca, you had said in terms of daily goals, life falls apart after 3 p.m. I get you. I totally get you. I'm one of those people where if I don't do it first thing in the morning or right away, and I tell myself I'll do it later, it's never going to happen, especially working out. Do you guys have like workout routines or times that you know you'll do better in terms of exercising? If I don't exercise first thing in the morning, I just know it's not going to happen. Even if my intentions are really good and I say, oh, I'll get there midday when I have a break, I don't, and I know that about myself. I know, Becky, you said the same thing. If you don't work out by 10, it won't happen. My day just gets so busy, and by then it's like totally over. So my goal, you guys can hold me accountable to this, I really, really, really want to try, because I am a morning person, so I have no problem getting up early. Getting up at 5 o'clock a.m. 3 days a week and working out and just getting it over with and done. I would feel really good if I could do that. Yes, Amy is seriously a super lady, I guarantee you. And Karen, you said you do better in the afternoon and the evenings, which would be awesome. I wish I did. I wish I could do that. I just have no energy by afternoon or by evenings. Literally, I'm in my sweats and ready to just chill and sit in front of the fireplace and do nothing. So that's just not the best time for me. But if it is for you, I say go for it. Another part of creating healthy and sane holidays this year is to be more mindful. So how many of you guys feel like you just kind of rush through the holidays because it's just, you have so much to do and you're thinking about the next activity or the next party or the next this or the next that you completely just, you know, you did not enjoy or you were not really present during the holidays? Do you guys feel like that? I know, Becca. I really, really try my hardest to be mindful because when you have kids that are younger and it's so much fun and there's so much to enjoy and it's just magical. You want to enjoy this time. Like, it's not going to happen forever, and before you know it, they're going to be gone, and it's not going to feel the same. So I try really hard to just think about ways that I can be more mindful and present, so that it's just more enjoyable for everybody. You know, I'm always the mom. I was always the mom that hosted all the parties, you know, had the holiday parties, had the cookie exchanges for my kids. And it was a lot of work, and it still is, but yet it's memories that they are going to remember forever. And their friends love it. And it's just, you know, if I don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for the most part. So I'm okay with that, because I know that I'm doing something really memorable for a lot of these girls. As a matter of fact, we're hosting a little cookie exchange. It's the 5th year in a row. It's the fifth year that I'm doing it for my daughter. And yes, Amy, I would be a great neighbor. I'm also doing a cookie exchange and cocktail hour for my girlfriends in the neighborhood this Friday. But that's just me. I don't like to sit around and wait for life to happen. I just like to create it. So I do it, and I'm fine with that, as stressful as it is and as I feel. I'm always really glad that I did it. So here are some tips for you guys to stay more mindful. Jot these down if you want, or rewatch this show, because I think they'll actually really help you. One is just to do one thing at a time. We all try to multitask and do a million things, but when you're doing all of those things, you're really not being present and focused on just one activity or one experience. So for the holidays, just try to do one thing at a time. Second tip would be do it slowly and do it deliberately, meaning try not to rush, because again, rushing, you're not really enjoying it. So make your actions deliberate and try to really be in the moment when you're doing it. Don't try to be so rushed all the time. And this again just takes practice. The third tip for being more mindful is just to do less. And my big thing, you know, my show used to be called Life Simplified, because I'm big on simplifying your life to just really enjoy it more. But if you do less, you can do those things more slowly, more completely, right? And with more concentration. So just slow down, just focus on slowing down. And yes, Jane, make your kids and husband do it too. You know, have everybody do this together. You can have your family be more mindful. This is a great lesson to teach your kids. Fourth tip for being more mindful is spend 5 minutes a day, each day, doing absolutely nothing, okay? So I know this probably is the absolutely hardest task for me. I'm not good at doing nothing. So just sit in silence. Just become more aware of your thoughts. You know, focus on your breathing. Focus on the world around you. This is really going to help you in terms of being more mindful. Just stop and smell the flowers every now and then, okay? So that's the next tip. Next one, stop worrying about the future and focus on the present. So I think as moms and women, we're always looking to the future, the next phase, the next step. I can't wait till my kids do this. I can't wait till they do that. But you completely missed the present moment and missed that experience for what it is. So being in the present and being mindful means not worrying about the past, because it's gone. There's absolutely nothing you can do about that. The future hasn't happened yet. So again, waste of energy. Just try focusing your energy on the present moment, and you're going to enjoy it more. It's going to be a lot richer because you're just going to be feeling things more. So that as well. And then I think there is, one more. All right, so make cleaning and cooking become your meditation. So we all know how much cooking and cleaning we have, but anything as simple as cooking or cleaning can become a meditation. It really can. When you're cooking a dish, instead of just, you know, chopping and doing this and doing that and thinking about this person and talking on your cell phone while you're stirring the sauce, be really present in what you're doing and smelling and seeing and visually, all of it. That's going to help you be more mindful as well. And Becca, you said you're good at that. You enjoy your cooking and kitchen cleaning every night. I don't know if I necessarily enjoy the cleaning part, but when I try to be more mindful during it, it brings a peace of mind, if that makes any sense. It doesn't become so monotonous. So I think that definitely is something to think about. All right, so here are some things as well that I want to chat with you guys about. Is back to kind of the healthy eating and staying on track. Is does anybody keep a food journal? Do you guys write down anything, food journals? I think that food journals are the most effective way to stay on track health-wise and to stay on track of your goals. And they really do work because you're much more aware. You're not going to want to eat all that extra stuff knowing that you have to write it down. So a food journal is like the easiest way to stay on track during the holidays. Also planning healthy meals at home and spending more time at home with your family. So instead of going out all the time or grabbing something here, grabbing something there, cook more, do more at home, and you're going to eat healthier, guaranteed. And also skipping meals. Do not skip meals. I know that I used to, if I knew I was going to a party, I would like, oh, I'm not going to eat a lot today, because I know I'm going to eat more tonight, which is probably the worst thing I could do, because then you go to the party starving and ravenous and everything looks really good. And I guarantee I ate probably 5 times as much as I would have had I just eaten really healthy meals throughout the day. Again, had something really healthy and kind of filled with protein and fiber before the party. I would just probably have eaten way less. So do not skip meals. Be really conscious of that when you guys are going into the holiday season. And then portion size, just like I mentioned before, really focus on portions because nothing has to be taken off your plate completely. I think when you try to avoid certain foods altogether, that's when it's the worst because then you're going to want to eat more. So go ahead and have and enjoy, but just do it in portion, have portion control. Yeah, Becca, I need to eat little bits. I think if you do, like if you have just healthy meals throughout the day, you're going to stay full throughout the day. So you're never going to feel like this need to eat something because you're so starving. And then it's just you're eating less. You're going to definitely eat less. Yeah. Jane, you love eating. Well, exercise. See, you said you're going to exercise starting in January. You need to start exercising now. Like start getting in the routine now before January comes. Get into a good habit now. I guarantee it's going to help. And then here's just some tips to help you guys deal with the stressors of the holidays, because there's going to be a lot of stressors and a lot of things triggering your stress throughout the holidays. So 1, eat healthy. Everything we talked about today, just really focus on what you're putting in your body. Commit to exercise. Yes, Jane, this is for you. Have an exercise routine and just implement some kind of daily physical activity every day. Even if it's just going for a little walk in the neighborhood, that's fine. That's doing something more than you're doing. Taking a yoga class, meeting a friend at the gym, whatever. So commit to that. Make sure you get plenty of sleep because, again, stress tends to have its way. And the less sleep you get, the more prone you're probably going to be to getting sick, which you don't want to do during the holidays. So get a lot of sleep. 1 second, guys. Sorry. Oh, Becca, sorry you have to leave too. Let me just mention before you go, make sure you mark down both of the parties on the 12th as well as on the 18th, the holiday party. And then also I'm offering all of you guys a free health consult. This is done over Skype and we'll chat about your diet, your lifestyle, and you're going to get some really great tips. So just email me if you want to take advantage of this. This is a great opportunity for you guys to, and I'm just writing my email there. It's a great way for you guys to just kind of reevaluate your life and look at your health and look at your diet and your lifestyle. And it's free. It's like a 50-minute Skype call, health consult for me. So it's good for all of you guys who are watching today. Couple other options for you guys in terms of dealing with the stress is to meditate and journal, like I said. It's a great way just to kind of get everything out of your mind that you're trying to think about. Try to laugh every day, because laughter is just like your immunity boost, and it just lightens the mood. It will put everything in perspective. So try to laugh every day. Watch a funny movie, go on YouTube and watch a funny video with your kids. Focus on others. So this is the time of year where you want to teach your kids what the holidays are really about too. So do what you can in terms of just doing kind gestures, giving to others, adopting a family, doing something nice maybe for an elderly couple in your neighborhood, whatever it may be. Set your intention for the holidays like we chatted about. I think it's a great idea to create an evening ritual to kind of just decompress after every day and all the stress and everything you're doing. Have an evening ritual. Take a hot bath. Maybe just read a little bit of a book. Watch, a girly movie that just kind of takes everything out of your mind. Connect with a friend. Go for a walk. Bundle up and get some fresh air. So have like a fun evening ritual that, that you can look forward to during the holidays. And then lastly, practice extreme health care. So this is really big. During the holidays, when you're stressed, you have a lot going on, you're running around, you're doing, that's when you're just going to deplete yourself. So make sure you focus on your own self-care. Drink a ton of water. Get some movement into your system. Again, eat a bunch of healthier foods than maybe you normally do in terms of vegetables and fruits. And that's all, again, just going to boost your immune system and help you kind of shelter you during the holidays so that you don't get sick and run down. And Karen, yeah, you mentioned that you try to do a bath every night. I love that. I wish I had one of those big sunken tubs, because I would totally do that. I would put on some music, light some candles, get in the tub, have a hot cup of tea. That would be perfect. So if you have that, take advantage of it and do that, even if it's not every night. I mean, have like a sacred evening once a week that you can just look forward to. Every Wednesday or every Tuesday is your sacred evening, where you have your own little ritual of ways to decompress and kind of take care of yourself. So that is kind of my jumble of health tips. I could have probably talked for a lot longer, but I didn't want to overwhelm you guys. But I'm just going to go over everything real quickly that we chatted about. You can rewatch this show. You can replay it just to remember kind of some of the things we chatted about if you want to take some notes. Mark your calendars for next Wednesday, the 12th at 8 p.m. because once again, I'm going to be hosting that home gating Twitter party for Holy Guacamole, and there's going to be some really great prizes. Somebody's going to win a lot of guacamole, salsa, yummy food to host a party, which will be great. And then also mark your calendars for 2 weeks from today, Tuesday the 18th, for my really fun holiday party that I'm hosting with Jenny from Sugar Loco. So we're going to have cocktails. I'm going to hope to snag a bunch of chocolate from the chocolate festival this weekend that I'm going to have for some giveaways. So somebody's going to win some chocolate. I'm going to have some giveaways from Think Fun, which has some great toys for kids. It's just going to be a really fun, laid-back party, kind of cocktails, drinking with your girlfriends. So I would love for you guys to share this with your friends, promote it, and then come join me again. So thank you. And the hashtag for the 18th actually is just going to be here, Jane. For the 18th, that's just a fun Mom TV party that I'm hosting here on my show. So it's right here, same place, same time. And the hashtag for the 12th, again, is home gating. So that's next Wednesday, the 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And just remember, you guys, my Twitter name is right there on the show. So just follow me and you'll get all the tweets and get updates and kind of remind you about all the parties. So I want to thank you all. And again, remember, I'm offering the free health consult for anybody that's watching. I would highly recommend taking advantage of that. It's a free Skype call. We get to chat about your diet, your lifestyle, making some improvements, and it's free. So I would definitely do that if I were you guys. Definitely take advantage of that. And then again, just email me if you want that. Just write health history in the subject line, and I will get back to you, and we will look at our calendars, and we'll mark it in the calendar. So hope you guys enjoyed the tips today. I hope you got some really good insight and just tips on staying healthy and staying sane. Oh my God, Jane, you are so sweet. Yes, if you saw me close-up vision, if I had high definition from my webcam, you would definitely see that I for sure look over 40. Yes, I'm 41. And I look at close up. You just can't tell it, but you are really, really sweet. You might win some chocolate just for saying that. So you guys don't forget to hang out the next couple of weeks with me. I would love to see you in the chat room, and I would love for you guys to win some of the prizes. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you hopefully next Wednesday the 12th. Take care, guys.